So we've been hearing a lot of people saying that it's a seller's market, and that is absolutely right. But do you know exactly what that means? What will determine a seller's market versus a neutral market or a buyer's market even? In this video, that's exactly the topic that I'm going to get into, and we're getting started right now. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're not familiar with me just yet, my name is Angela Olmos. I'm a full-time realtor in the Northeast Florida area. And weekly, I've been doing this live stream videos. It's a real estate show where I cover topics regarding buying, selling, or investing in real estate. So if that is something that you're interested in, please be sure to subscribe to this channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I put out content like this. So today's topic is going to be about the seller's market and what would make a seller's market compared to a buyer's market or a neutral market. It's a term that's being tossed around quite a bit, and we all kind of know that a seller's market means that it's good for sellers, a buyer's market means that it's good for buyers. But what are the indicators? That's the type of information that I wanted to bring out here to you guys, so that way you can understand a little bit more in depth as to what's been happening with the real estate industry. So let me just go ahead and share one of the blogs that I brought in. This is actually I'll share the link to make sure that you guys can see this on my blog. So basically what it is, it's a measure of how much inventory there is in the market for buyers or sellers to absorb. Okay, so think of it this way. If it's still a seller's market, yes, what is causing that? What is it? Well, due to low supply, in this case, the supply of housing, the supply of new homes, the supply of condos, townhomes, anything that has to deal with real estate, a place where you can buy to live in, there's a very low supply of that. And at the same time that there's a low supply, there's a very high demand. Extremely high demand. A lot of people wanted to get into home ownership for various different reasons. Maybe they've come to a place in their life where they're ready to invest, they're ready to purchase their first home, or they might be actually upgrading from their first home onto something bigger, something better. Maybe their family grew, maybe they're relocating. There's a lot of different things that are happening, and that's causing a high demand. But you have a very low supply of inventory. So when you have this, it's basically a math problem, right? You don't have enough to really be able to have every buyer have a home. So when we have that happen is when we determine, okay, is it a buyer or a seller's market? And due to the low supply and high demand, today is one of the strongest seller's market there has ever been. Okay, so what exactly does that make it? What is the indicator? So let's take a closer look at this. More than 7 months of inventory, it's basically considered a buyer's market, okay? 6 to 7 months of inventory, okay, is considered a neutral market. So I'm going through the information that's posted on my blog. And less than 6 months of inventory, okay, is considered a seller's market. What exactly does that mean? If all the buyers were to be able to secure a home for themselves, would be completely sold out of homes in as little as 1.7 months. That's right. Today's market nationally in the US has an inventory of 1.7 months. That's all there is. And keep in mind, the neutral market has to have at least 6 to 7 months of inventory. So we are operating at less than half of what a balanced market would have, creating an incredible amount of demand. And then again, low supply. That's what's causing this to happen. That is the reason why. Plus, 72% of people believe that it's a great time to sell. I happen to be in that category. I've seen what my sellers have been able to get for their homes now. I've seen, the great advantages to this market. And I've also seen the other side of the market in previous years. So if this is a time where you've considered selling, I think there could never be a better time than this right now. Sellers can benefit from more offers to pick from. Literally, the average home sold in February which was just a few weeks ago, received 4.8 offers on their home. 4.8 offers was the average number of offers that they received when there was a home sold in February. Okay, now there are higher volume of homes. Okay, so the average home price has appreciated, get this, 19.1% over the past 12 months. And that's nationwide. Some areas have actually appreciated higher than that. That's incredibly high compared to, the normal rate of about 4 to 7% equity appreciation over years. Again, it has a lot to do with the market. In a seller's market, now we're seeing high home value appreciation, and the average within the last 12 months was 19.1%. So if you're looking at this from an investment standpoint, obviously it is your home. It's a place where you're going to be, re-energizing every night, celebrating birthday parties, Christmas, all that good stuff. Absolutely, yes. But it's also an investment. And where can you expect these types of returns? Nearly 20% is the national average. So it's definitely a great time to sell, to be able to capture in those gains. It also equates into a faster selling process. Normally, it would take anywhere from like 30 to 45 days on a normal market to get a home closed. Now, the average home was sold in just 18 days. And I think that's more dealing with the actual showing of the home, negotiating the contract, executing the contract, and then getting to that point. But this is incredibly fast compared to what we've seen in previous markets. So don't miss out on the unique opportunity. If you have a home that you have been thinking about selling, that you're just not sure if this will be a good time to do so, you want to take a look at what would be the recommended sales price from a knowledgeable realtor, what would be your net proceeds, which are different than what you would ask for, especially if you have a mortgage in that property. So some things, would have to be calculated, and I could easily do a free consultation for you as a seller to find out if this will be a good time to sell. Again, just wanted to make sure that you guys understood, due to low supply and high demand, today is one of the strongest sellers market we've ever seen. Sellers can benefit from more offers to pick from, higher home values, and faster selling process. There is a reason why 72% of people believe it's a good time to sell. So don't miss out on this unique opportunity. Let's connect so that we can take advantage of this and help you get into whatever next chapter it is for you in real estate. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and link the blog so you guys can read more about that. While you're here on this page, be sure to download a seller's guide that you can see by navigating through my website. So I hope that this information was useful. I hope that this will be something that could help you make a decision to either investigate farther, have a consultation with a realtor you trust. I would love for you to be considering me as your main source for buying, selling, or investing in real estate. So for that, I want to make sure that I can have that information scrolling here on the bottom of the page, so you know how to get in hold of me, get in touch with me, so that way we can determine whether right now would be the right time for you to buy or sell a home. Definitely a seller's market. If you have been thinking about selling, there's never been a better market for it. So let's connect. And until next time, my friends, remember to be kind to one another, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.